there's no more urgent task than to remain human in a time where everything is pushing towards a bipolar understanding of our humanity, and that's not true.
I don't think AI is cheating if you've got a reason for making a film with it and a decent story and something to say. I don't care what you use.
I mean, when I talk to the leading researchers in the field of AI right now, for example, they literally refer to this right now as their Oppenheimer moment.
AI slop. I know everyone is sick of hearing this word, but the problem is rapidly growing, with now most of the Hollywood supporting it.
You know, I've played many roles in my life, both on and off the screen.
Rewind.
My name is Michael Caine.
The voice that you hear is not Michael Caine, but his AI likeliness that he willingly granted 11 labs. Matthew McConaughey also signed the same deal. The same man who once rejected $1 million movies because the scripts weren't up to the mark. And it's not just actors. A24 has dedicated an entire section in their company to AI writing. They already published AI-generated posters for their movies like A Quiet Place, Civil War, and I think it's about time we start getting worried. For quite some time I have been seeing this AI art floating around, and with it the people who are truly adamant on how it's a good thing, which also shows how alarming it is and its relation with Hollywood, and how it's slowly but surely here, but you just don't know it. Studios are already embracing it because it doubles their profit, and artists are also supporting it now. Directors like Ridley Scott said that he's embracing AI. Disney joined the conversation. It's just sad at this point. But we also know that AI art, even if you can call it that, has something missing. That just doesn't make it right. It doesn't feel right. Even if it looks, sounds like real art, it just has something missing. Something that makes it weird. Something that doesn't make it art. But for that, we need to understand what art is. Why does a piece of cinema resonate? It's often because we recognize the artist's personal struggle, their history, their singular human journey reflected on screen. And AI is not human, thus it does not have a personal journey, no personal opinion, and no personal struggle that it could reflect through art.
It shot in LA and it paid so much, and it was like there was this little lifeline thrown to me.
Like in 1985, Soviet Union, a movie called Come and See, directed by Elem Kilmov, who was part of the Battle of Skilsgard. As a child, saw the horrors of an invasion. He stated that he wanted to create a movie that would be so brutal, so disturbing that people would be forced to see and never wish for a war again. His personal trauma was weaponized through cinematic techniques. Like, these are actual bullets being shot, these are actual explosives, to give the whole movie a creeping and unsettling feeling, and put the people through the same trauma that he went through. You're watching something very personal, intimate to a person. And as someone who has seen a small scale war, bombs dropping everywhere, feared for an invasion, it's unsettling. So what art is communication. That's what drives humanity to create. The need to speak against racism, dictatorship, injustice, to scream our emotions about our lives' trauma. Artificial intelligence doesn't need to speak. It's heartbreaking seeing people justify it online, how it's a tool, how it's the future. It's jarring seeing humanity try to abandon its involvement in art.
I think what makes cinema to me, I think ultimately it's something that for some reason stays with you.
It doesn't have a take or a vision of its own. Is this the end? Not really.
DC Comics will not support AI-generated storytelling or audio.
I think they're going to be powerful tools, but ultimately, there's no replacing human creativity.
But AI has demonstrated that it can do semi-compelling screensavers. That's essentially that. And I think so how much would people pay for those screensavers? Are they gonna make them cry because they lost a son, a mother, because they misspent their youth? Fuck no. No, it's not gonna happen. But
There is something I've been hiding, something I've been not honest about. Let's go back to the start of the video. Yes, here.
My name is Michael Caine. You know, I've played many roles in my life, both on and off the screen.
Notice something? Let me explain. The AI software already had thousands of hours of Michael Caine interviews to take as reference. And that's where I talk about the imitation paradox. AI needs real art to imitate. AI doesn't create art itself. AI doesn't create, it generates, it imitates. And that's why this Michael Caine voice sounds so perfect or sounds like Michael Caine because it had a reference point to start. That's what I call the imitation paradox. AI itself needs human art to mimic. AI takes already existing art and tries to imitate it. To produce a perfect AI generated landscape photo, it needs to first consume a bunch of real landscape photos. But if we replace artists with these AI artists, in no time there won't be enough real art for AI to consume. The slop begins to feed itself. The product is no longer a reflection of a human world, but a reflection of a machine's reflection. It will be a loop of taking real art, artificially manufacturing it again and again and again until there is no sense of life left in it. Even James Cameron joined the board of Stability AI, the company behind the image generator Stable Diffusion. The man who warned us about AI has joined them. Darren Aronofsky, the director of Pi and Requiem of Dream, is not just a supporter, he's a pioneer of AI storytelling. He founded the company Primal Scoop, specially dedicated to storytelling through AI. His team partnered with Google DeepMind on an AI short film called Antarctica, and it was lifeless. Is there hope left? But the real question is, why? Why use AI art? Have you stopped to think that why this is happening? Why do we need AI art in the first place? What value does it bring? It's not like there's a shortage of artists or they are very expensive. Why are we replacing the people most passionate about their job? Artists. Most artists would do what they do even if they don't get paid. AI art is shallow, that's a fact. But you have to stop and think otherwise. Is modern cinema any different? They have the same type of flaws. These corporate giants have made art so commercialized to a point of emptiness that it's on par with artificial art. Most studio movies are as shallow as their actors. No opinion, no stance, no perspective, no belief on anything. From ongoing war to moral weight, genocide, they don't have anything to say. And I feel like it goes back to AI art. That's the relation between AI art and real art. That without having something to say, both are shallow. So maybe the question isn't, can we make movies with AI? It's, why are we eager to let it? AI didn't come into a vacuum. It fits perfectly into a system that already stripped art of all the risk, politics, soul. Studios don't fear AI because it has a vision. They embrace it because it doesn't. It doesn't have opinion. It doesn't have an artistic value. It won't strike. It won't demand fair pay. It won't refuse to do certain things. It doesn't have moral grounds. It won't say no. And that's the real danger. Not that AI will replace artists, but that it rewards a vision of art that never had anything to say in the first place.